So it is Thursday, June 15th, 2023. Got out of our slip this morning at about 7:30 or so. Just got off the fuel dock. Got a little petrol and a pump out. About 8:35 we left there. And headed across the lake today, shooting for Frankfort, but don't know if the wind angle is going to permit that. We'll end up wherever we end up, I guess, whether we tack or not. So I'm just glad to be underway again. Got a couple of pumps replaced, a couple more things broke. We've been messing around with that. So anyway, off to a late start again. Thursday, June 15th, 2023. There's the Badger out there on the horizon. I'm sure that's visible on this. So we got the sails up right outside of the breakwater. And we're cruising along pretty good, about 6.5 knots, close hauled. And losing ground towards Frankfort, which we expected. Then it started gusting well into the 20s, so we took in reefs on the main and the jib, and afterwards it was around 14, 15, 16 knots, somewhere in that range. Back up to 19, it's starting to pipe up again, it's supposed to today, so I don't think we lost much by reefing early. Reef early and reef often, right? Safety first. Still going to get into Frankfort much too late to anchor tonight, so I don't know if we'll tack, head back out a ways, and head back in when we can arrive in the morning, or heave to, or just tack and go somewhere else. Guess we'll see. Just had a couple of really impressive ones go by. So took in another reef, and because it was, well, the apparent wind was gusting well over 23. Now we're down to what, 13, 14? The sea's built, and we were plowing into all this stuff. Heavy old boat like this was probably not really designed for the short frequency of waves in the Great Lakes, because we kept burying the bow. And she was wanting to round up into the wind a little bit, so it seemed like a good idea to haul in a little more sail. And there's Mr. Sunshine making an appearance. Briefly. So I'm getting tempted, based on our little over 4-knot ground speed, to let out a little sail again. See if we can improve that a little bit. We were showing about a 7 o'clock arrival in Frankfort. Now we're looking at well after midnight.
So earlier this morning, Bill asked me how it looked looking backwards, and I said not as impressive as looking forwards. And then I turned on the camera, and it's back to not looking as impressive. But for a while I was sitting here watching, oh, there we go, some bobbing. You know, we're doing some bobbing. We've got some nice waves crashing over the quarter, and anyway, just thought I'd get a picture of this angle for a little while. See if we can get another good roller to see how we look from this angle.
water in Frankfort. A little modification to our plans. We had intended to sail all the way across the lake, and sailing as close to the wind as we could. We'd have made landfall at about 16 or 18 miles south of Frankfort, near Arcadia probably. And we debated, well, we didn't know if we'd make it in time to get in the anchorage while it was still light. So we debated, do we just heave to out here somewhere, or tack and just head back across the lake and arrive somewhere tomorrow morning, or we'd gotten beat up enough today that we'll just crank up the Iron Jenny and make a beeline for Frankfurt so we can get in and relax. Still going to be 9:30 probably by the time we get the anchor set and everything.
12-hour day.
12-hour day. Yeah, it was a lumpy ride today, somewhat reminiscent of the last time we came to Frankfurt. Yeah, we're really crashing into some steep, pretty good sized waves earlier today. When we got close to the Michigan side of the lake, the seas kind of flattened, though the winds didn't abate at all. But then they started getting kind of rolly over here too, and it's not as bad as it was, but still kind of a rough ride.
Need a windshield wiper.
And we need a windshield wiper. Yeah, this boat takes a lot of water over the bow. And Michi's asleep. Say, hey, Michi.
Hey, Michi.